our continent opened her doors and became home for many South Africans who fled the persecution of apartheid government. For many decades, Africans made tremendous sacrifices in fighting side by side with us in war against apartheid, contributing to the freedom we have today. Since the advent of democracy, of democratic governance in South Africa in 1994, we worked cordially with fellow African countries, not only to consolidate bilateral relations, which are flourishing politically, economically, and socially, but also to advance the continental integration. Inspired by the spirit of Pan-Africanism, the motive force of our liberation struggle, South Africa's foreign policy is driven by the vision to achieve a united African continent that is peaceful, democratic, non-racial, non-sexist, prosperous, which contribute to a world that is just and equitable. It was for this reason that we took a conscious decision in 1994 to integrate foreign nationals into our society, rather than establish refugee camps. The recent events require of us to come up with a comprehensive framework aimed at fully and sustainably integrating our fellow African brothers and sisters. South Africa pursues this vision informed by the values I referred to of Ubuntu, humanity. And I think I've highlighted much more on what Ubuntu means to me, to you, and to all of us in this room. South Africa stands unwaveringly against all intolerances such as racism, xenophobia, homophobia, and sexism. The South African government, therefore, urges South Africans not to allow a few individuals to reverse and undermine our historical achievements. Your Excellencies, as I conclude, to allow time for more discussion, let me reiterate the commitment of the South African government working in partnership with your governments and people to address underlying causes of this recurring challenge in our society with a view of seeking sustainable long-term solutions. Let the scramble for resources, let the economic downturn and all the challenges that our people are faced with across the globe, across the continent, not reduce us to what we do know ourselves to be. Let us put our heads together. 1 life, 2 lives, 7 lives, 7 lives too many. We should shed no blood when we are faced with challenges of how to self-sustain each other, because we are one. United, we shall forever stand, and divided, we shall fall. Let's all put our heads together. Let's face this demon. Let's fight it together in unity as we have defeated, working in unity, defeated the demon of colonialism, racism, and apartheid. Our gathering here today, which I hope will be one of open engagement, is therefore an ideal platform that will facilitate the exploration of lasting solutions of this problem. Merci beaucoup. Modi Brigade, I thank you very much for your attention.
Thanks, Foreign Minister Nkoana-Mashabane, for that statement. Ministers, Excellencies, I'm now going to invite the Dean of the African Corps, Ambassador for Ambassador of the Congo, Excellency, you have the floor.
Thank you, Program Director and Honorable DG. Honorable Minister of International Relations and Cooperation, Honorable Minister of State Security, and Honorable Minister of Home Affairs, senior officials, friends of the DIRCO, colleagues, ambassadors, and high commissioners. For us, this is an important day because we have come together here to try to find solutions to this event, this tragic event which continue to hit our communities. As you all recall, this is not the first time. We experienced this in 2007, we experienced it in 2008, we did experience it last year, and we are experiencing again this year. It looks like every time it's getting worse and worse. So the Minister, I would like to applaud your effort to bring us together, to discuss, to define the sources of this problem, and resolve them once for all. You have stated correctly that we Africans, when we get together, we can solve any problem. We can climb any mountain. It happened when we decided to fight colonialism. We got together in Ghana, 57, 58. We fight the colonialism until we defeated it. After the colonial period, we realized that apartheid was still hindering around. We got together, apartheid was defeated. So I remain confident that working together, we can defeat this tragic event. We can defeat this spirit of xenophobia so that we can live together. Because if it's allowed to continue, it's our SADC integration that's going to suffer. It's our African unity that is going to suffer. And we should not allow that to happen, because I know we are committed to moving forward as one within our continent. So let's, the spirit of Ubuntu not be a slogan, but something that you can conduct, something that can guide us, to bring us together in a real life, not just in speeches, not just in the discussions, diplomatic discussions, but our people on the ground should experience the spirit of Ubuntu. That's the only way we're going to overcome these difficulties. So I would like to leave more time for discussions, because this is the most important aspect of today's program. Again, I would like to thank you very much for convening all of us. And I think when we walk out of this room, we are going to find some answers. I'm confident that your country has the capacity to resolve this problem, and we're there to support you. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Ambassador Nkoana, on behalf of the African Diplomatic Corps. Now, as of the meeting, can I ask you to give the ministers and the ambassadors the chance to interact? You remember the protocol and leader officials to conference room next door. Thank you very much for coming, for covering this event. Thanks so much. Excellencies, let's allow our friends there to take their equipment and retreat to the room next door so they can interact. Now, I'm going to give you the chance, Excellencies. You have listened to the speeches. I'm going to give you the chance to interact with the team assigned by this society on issues of inequality and to give suggestions